What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about functions and how you can use them to format your code. So number one, what is a function? A function is an object, is it like a keyword that you can use and thing that you can use to recycle it and not having to repeat each time the same thing. For example, if I made a function in my code and I said print out hello my name is, and after I don't know, whatever, and after I put that in a function called presentation, then after I can put that keyword parentheses semicolon and it's going to put whatever I put in there. If you don't understand, no problems, no worries, we will explain we'll explain that in the video. Just two quick reminders. First reminder, I am going to be putting this code link in the description. Second reminder, if you haven't seen our latest videos or our older videos, then I recommend you to watch them. I highly recommend you to watch them because I am not going to be covering what we have done in those past episodes because we want to go straight in there, or else it would take 5 hours. So let's get right into it. Okay, so I made my own project called Function Lesson 3 because this is our third lesson. If you haven't done that already, then just go to C++ here, go to Create REPL, click the C++ template, after name your project. You will name it whatever I named here. I mean, you can name it whatever you want. So now let's just go, let's click this thing, like this, we can start the project. So yeah, and the reason why we're using functions, it's not only to format your code, it's also necessary sometimes, or else the code will be too long. And we're going to be using functions in our future calculator game, our magic 8-ball game, our rock paper scissors game. But most importantly, there's another thing that we have to learn, is a library of random. That's going to be our next video. But it's very easy. It's easier than what we're going to do. A lot easier. So this is the code. So if you want, you can directly take a screenshot of the formatting if you want. But actually, you don't need to. I'll just put in the description down below in the video. Okay, great. So first thing here, we included iStream. Second thing, we don't know yet because on the paper we shouldn't be looking at that first. We should first be looking at how to make a basic functions with no arguments. So let's just see first of all what I did. Trying to understand what I did. Okay, so what I did is that I included iStream, as you may know. As you already know what it is, yeah. And after here, it's just we're reminding the computer, okay, there is a function, because look, we could do this. We could, it would work, but just for formatting purposes, we'll want to do this. Put it at the end. So basically what this is saying is that, so look, arguments is like in the if, else if statements, while, for loops, all of that, we always use arguments like, oh, I is greater, I is less, etc, etc. So we're doing the same thing here. So whatever is in parentheses is an argument. So here, we just put some arguments that represent our school place. So we have three main data types. First, we have a string called name. So we have to, by the way, memory from outside the function can't be used in the function or in arguments for the function, because in code, in functions are private. So for example, look over here. we can't say, okay, we can't. The reason why I put S name and not name is because it's going to say what's name, you know, because it doesn't have the same property here and here. So things in functions can only be used in functions and cannot be used by anything else. So the things that are in functions are private and they can only be used by themselves. So they can only use their like friends help, the friend's memory. Okay. So over here we have three main data types: a string called name, an integer called a, an integer called IQ. And after we put a semicolon. So the thing that we said here is that first we told the computer, if you see anything janky with some keyword like this and that, then just look down, and in the code you will find at one point the thing. Because if it sees something random, and even if it's one line, the function's one line right next to it, it will not work because it will stop and it will be like, what is this? Error. So you have to remind it. And here we said it's attribute. So here we said void. And there are two types of attributes. There is void and there is int. If you can't read this, then just know that it's okay. So what's the difference of void and int? So I'll give you an example here. For example, if you want to store, so int is actually has the same use as void, but it only has a small extension. But there's one thing that C++ did, is that when you use int, or when you use any kind of attribute that you don't use, you know, like for example, I said, okay, I named it int, I put some stuff, okay, just in case, maybe if I need it, I'll just put int. But actually, if you don't use that attribute's characteristics, it will say segmentation error. But if we do, correct. And by the way, we can't do we can't do the characteristics of int with void. It's separated. So what's the difference? Void is only something where you use like, okay, print the thing out, like put the function called, I don't know, pres, okay? Pres. Print out the function. But if we said, for example, int, like for example, if it was a void, well, we would do this then. We would say, if it was an int, we would say, for example, std of function. So we put that. And by the way, when we add arguments to a function, we don't have to add arguments. It's just to make a code more detailed if you have more complicated code. So remember, if you have any arguments, you have to see the thing, put comma, because comma is used to separate the arguments when we declare and when we make. Now if we say okay, so what did we do here? So this is some kind of job for the int. So this is going to print out the result of our pres if we put it in int, like if we have a operation. But we couldn't do this with void. So if we're doing this with int, then it will not be a segmentation error. If we don't do this in the code, then segmentation error. But for example, so this is what int would do, and this is what cout would do. This is what void would do. And again, if there's any arguments, you should put that stuff in. And by the way, you actually have different things. So when you declare, you have different arguments. But after, when we make the code, like when you run it in int main, you can like make variables that are called the same thing. But you can also make other variables that can be equal to at the same places of the argument when it's defined. Okay, so if you don't, so the reason why we're not putting void here is because again we were only declaring okay we in this code we have somewhere something like that, but we don't have to put the void here. I mean we don't need to. So yeah, we can't do that because it's not necessary, and we can't do that because that was only when we're trying to remind the code. Okay. So what I meant by before when I said like okay you could name the same thing etc. is that here look what we said. We said stdc. Okay, so over here we just made some variables, a couple of variables. Oh sorry, over here we made a couple of variables. After we said okay now print out the value, and after here they said okay so why do we put s name here, why do we put sag, and why do we put siq here? So let's look here. So S name is supreme name. Okay, so it's name equal to name. We could just call it name, but just for organizing code is better. Just for like comprehensive reading. So S name is equal to name, and after sh supreme age is equal to age. SIQ psych supreme IQ is equal to IQ. So yeah. So now we said whatever variable is put to the names place is going to be then hello I am, and after name. So name is going to be whatever variable we put over here, or whatever number or whatever string we put over here. Actually, why don't we test that? So let's see. Yeah, it works. So you see we can do that. Yeah, so it'll be equal to that. Now to say whatever variable, whatever value that we put in these slots is going to be here, and after we're going to use those values to operate this thing. I hope it's not complicated yet. So here it's mandatory to put arguments. If we didn't put arguments after the computer would just say okay it doesn't work. But if we had another function called school price but had no arguments, then it would work. Okay. Yeah. What did we do? So we learned how to make. Okay, by the way, we just declare here. So yeah, like I said before, it's the main source of 3 main sources of data. So what did we do here? What is a function? Why use functions? How to make a basic function with no arguments? Making functions with arguments? How to remind the. Okay, so yeah, we did everything. So I'm going to be putting this code link in the description if you want it. And before we can, should I show you the code? Yeah. Okay. So let's first I want to see if it works before I send you a copy. Okay. Welcome to the presentation of today. Best students, please show us your students' teachers. Number 1, the name. Number 2, the age. Number 3, the IQ level. So here, okay, so now we put our CNs. So number 1, they said the name, the age, the IQ level. Okay, so now they put whatever we said in the function. So now after encode it run the function. It said, okay, school price, this is whatever we put value for this over here. We just made, okay, get it? And after you just said, okay, print out this, etc. I already explained it. So yeah, it works. Great. Wait, can you redo this? Let me see. No, you can't. Okay, so it's only one time use. If you want to make this repeatable, hey guys, if you want, you could make a while true like we learned before. You could do that. I mean, it's your choice, okay? It's your choice. I have to look. Okay. Okay, it says, okay, hello. Oh, yeah, you get it? Okay. So let's just, oh, that's a small bug to fix here. I just fixed a small bug. It's not a bug, it's just like really a formatting thing. Okay, great. So if you want, you can remove the while to your call. So if you don't know how to do that, then again, you should watch our latest videos and our oldest videos. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.